What's up, everybody? YL, and we're going to go over dollar cost averaging, the power of investing, making it a habit, a discipline to just invest every month at the same time, or a couple days, a couple, what I'm trying to say is you got to make it a habit to invest regularly. Let's say the end of the month, maybe the 15th of the month, the first of the month. And it doesn't even need to be a lot. It needs to be just, a regular amount that you can commit to and that you'll do every single month or every single week or every, biweekly, whatever you decide works best for you. So we're going to go over dollar cost averaging for Bitcoin and how it's worked, and we're going to go over some numbers that we have compiled together. So first of all, let's go over the graph. A lot of people ask, when should I buy Bitcoin? And this is why we're going to show you how dollar cost averaging can be so powerful. So let's get right into it. This is just my markups for trading. I'm going to remove all drawings, and I'm going to kind of emulate so let me exit out of that. I'm gonna kind of emulate this photo that we created, so you can see that the dollar cost average. We did the data from 2015. In 2015, if you invested $100 every month, how much will you have? So you can guess now in your head for almost 5 years, for 5 years plus, if you invested $100 every month, how much Bitcoin did you have? And we're going to give you guys the figure and we're going to go over the numbers. So let's emulate this chart. So, and why I go over this is because we had the halving happen around up here. And we had this push. I mean, right here was when we broke down because of COVID. And then we had this pre-halving push. So timing the market, and look at how volatile Bitcoin is. And if we zoom out, you can literally see it's just ranging right now. And it's going to be hard, one, to time the market and then time the perfect exit. So with dollar cost averaging, you're buying every month and you're exposing yourself to lows, highs, and you're getting the best average price. So let's go into the weekly. Right here, we're going to do a line graph. We're going to do, okay, let's go to BTC USD. Log scale, perfect. So we did from 2015, right here. We're going to turn this green as well. Like I said, we're going to emulate that chart. Turn this green. I don't like that green. Let's turn it like that. Okay, turn this white. Appearance, white, background, white, there. So we're going to start buying Bitcoin where's the trend line? Where's the arrow? We're going to buy Bitcoin from here to there, and we're going to keep buying. And this is kind of our average line. Okay, come on. This is our average line, and it's gold. So we're just emulating this. So what we're doing is, I mean, if we go in 2014, the numbers are going to be very skewed because Bitcoin was so cheap. Even in 2015, Bitcoin was relatively cheap, $200, and moving into 2016 at the top, $822, and in 2017 we had the bull run. So if you bought up here, but for dollar cost averaging, that's all right, because buying at the top, you don't know if it's a top or if we're going to keep shooting. Bitcoin can easily break below $2,000 and easily break above $30,000. And that's what holders know, like hodlers know, that if, both sides of the spectrum is highly possible. So trying to time the market or guess which price is basically a direction it's going to go in. You could just build the habit of dollar cost averaging. So you're buying, I'm going to mark this up with a pencil brush. You buy here, 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 you buy here. And now, even though you bought in these highs, which have seemed to be highs and on a downward, trend, let's call it a bear trend. Alt H, let me Alt H this. Now every buy that has been accumulated here and put in your portfolio is now a winner. You have higher prices, and we've kind of busted off this zone. So we're going to keep going and buying. This was 20 grand. And then, so you bought up there and you're buying below, up, keep buying, keep buying, keep buying. And hopefully people who kept buying here, this will get crossed and it'll be just essentially, and you can keep looking at Bitcoin and you can see that it just kind of moves out of its zone and then never comes back. So a lot of people thought 10K was the final time it was going to be 10K. So with dollar cost averaging, we're going to show you guys if you invested $100 in Bitcoin in 2015, every 15th of the month. So you see, I think we have 64 entries because there's 65 entries. So $100 a month. And I said at the start of the video, if we invested $100 a month in Bitcoin in 2015, the average price was $210. How much money would you have? What was the highest your portfolio ever hit? And how much Bitcoins do you have? So 2015, $100. We're investing all the way till today. We have 8.4 Bitcoins, a whopping balance. That's a lot of Bitcoins, 78,000 USD, and our total investment was 6,500. I'm just gonna take a look at this figure, average price, and this was our averaged entry. Sorry, I should have seen that earlier. So our averaged entry in Bitcoin is 4,200. We're still feeling pretty nice. We're still feeling amazing. The price is at 91.25 right now, and you guys saw that illustration. So I'm gonna put my graph back. Perfect. So you guys just saw that with $100 every month, you have earned almost 8.5 Bitcoins at an average rate of $4,200. And look at some of these buys. We were buying at the top, 17,000, 13,000, 10,000, and it didn't stay at 20K for a long time. But look, even more buys, 10 grand, 10 grand, 10 grand. Our highest at the time, value of the portfolio was 132 grand. That is when Bitcoin hit 17K, 132K. And now the price of the portfolio, the value of the portfolio is about $78,000 with a total investment of $6,500. So stop, with this notion of when should I buy Bitcoin? Is this the right time? Pre-halving, this, that. If you don't have Bitcoin, honestly, you should buy some now. And I say that because I'm not saying this price point's amazing. This is not a great price point that I like, but it can shoot off. Nobody can tell you where the market's going. There's nobody that can tell you where the market's going. And for anybody to be that confident, it's not possible. So just taking a look at this chart, it's trending from like zone to zone. So if you try to time it, you may get left in the dust when you can just accumulate long-term and have like a sound strategy. And you're investing what you can afford to lose. $100 is less than a coffee a day, for God's sake, less than a coffee a day. All of you guys can afford that, right? All of you guys can afford to invest at least $100 a day. And you know what? I'm going to show you guys that this is not only for Bitcoin. You can also do this in, if you're like, screw it, I don't like Bitcoin, screw this YL guy, like this guy's crazy. Okay, that's cool. Let's do this with stocks. Let's do this with traditional markets. We're going to go $100. We're going to go, our initial amount is $100. We're going to go from 1985 to 1990. It's not going to perform as well. So we're going to invest $100 monthly, contributed amount monthly, and we are going to perform ourselves against the Vanguard. So FCNTX is what we're going to invest in. That's our Bitcoin in the traditional market. And you can see that $100 invested, $100 invested for 5 years is going to be $12,468. So this isn't as pretty as the crypto returns, but your money has still definitely performed about 123%. I think that's, if that's correct. And because the total was about, I mean, we did 5 more months in the crypto 2020 because we're in May, so it'd be around 60 months, so $6,000. You have $12,000 right here. So it'd be 100% in portfolio one, and even just the Vanguard investing would give you 100% of your money. So let's ramp this up, because we're not here for a short time. We're here for a good time, for a long time. We're going to go all the way to 2020. If you invested $100, and this is the power of compounding, because it'll start building and the percentage gains will be on your whole account. So the power of compounding is it's super strong. And Warren Buffett said, I think he said he got to America, he had some lucky genes. The way he got rich, getting to America, having some lucky genes, and then the power of compound interest. So $100 monthly, $100 initial, $100 monthly, we're going to invest into FCNTX for 35 years. And that's like if we're investing in Bitcoin for 35 years. That's like investing into Bitcoin for 35 years. I mean, if you invested in Bitcoin for 35 years, and Bitcoin survived for 35 years and is, thriving, and it just keeps climbing, and, it's been adopted, then you'll be honestly a millionaire. Definitely. And I'm not just saying that. It's definitely been one of the largest redistributions of wealth. So drum roll, let's see how you perform with $100 a month for 30 years. I was going to say 300 years. For 30 years. Let's see this. Holy moly, you guys saw that? 800 grand. $800,000 investing, almost a millionaire. With the Vanguard, just 400,000, which is still a good amount, half a milli. This one's almost a full milli. And with Bitcoin, these numbers would be, just unfathomable. So what are you going to do? You're going to come and read this article, dollar cost averaging, and then you are going to build a strategy or a system, and you're going to be disciplined, and you're going to, take action and actually invest, let's say $100. So we did $100 a month here to get these figures, or you're going to invest $200, $500, whatever you can afford to invest per month. And then you're going to, keep track of it, because a lot of people come and say, hey, Bitcoin pumped, it's at 10 grand. Should I sell? And I'm like, I can't properly answer that question. I really can't properly answer your question if you should sell, because I need to know, like, how much Bitcoin did you buy? When did you buy? Was it at the top? How much did you buy? Do you need the money? What's your goals long term? Can you afford to hold it? All this stuff, because I need to know to give you, the best answer. I just don't want to say, yeah, sell because it's at the top, when you bought at 17K and you're selling at 19 or at 9K. That'd be some bad advice. So I need to know more. And with tracking, you can't measure what you don't manage. So you can't, strive to hit $100,000 if you're not even measuring this. If you're not managing it, how can you even know where your current situation is? So make sure to track. Commit to not daily, but a monthly amount, regardless if it's traditional market, regardless if it's into cryptocurrency, Bitcoin specifically. Just make that discipline and start investing. So dollar cost averaging $100 for 5 years, 2015 to 2020, it leaves you with a whopping 78 grand, 132K in the all-time highs. So definitely you see the power of dollar cost averaging. Don't miss out on it. It's $100 a month. You can do whatever to earn $100 a month. Throw it in Bitcoin and forget about it long term. So that's it from me today. I'll see you guys tomorrow.